Can't believe it. In the middle of nowhere and there's people around. What the hell is actually going on? Hey up, my name's Jamie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it is for you right now. I hope you're well. How am I? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So, you've got your eye on the DJI Mini 4K. Or maybe it's already in your backpack. Tiny drone, big camera, nice price. But before you take off over a Yorkshire hilltop or a local bit of woodland, do you need to register it here in the UK? And what on earth is remote ID? There's been a lot of confusion. I did a video previously, briefly going over it. There has been some updates, shall we say, that I have come across. So I'm going to break it down for you now, nice and simple. No jargon, no faffing, just facts. So first off, why is the DJI Mini 4K so popular? The Mini 4K, it's part of DJI's budget-friendly ultralight range. It weighs just 246 grams, which sounds kind of oddly specific. That's basically because it is. That's just under the legal threshold for certain drones here in the UK. But despite being light enough, you can mistake the weight of it for, a decent sandwich. It can shoot crisp 4K footage and it holds position well. It's got the GPS positioning and it'll hold its place even in a breeze. You can tell it's a bit windy here today. I would show you, but my drone has been sent off for some minor repairs. Yeah, she had an unwanted visit with a tree. Yeah, I hope that made you giggle. It didn't make me giggle. No, it didn't. But yeah, this drone, it's perfect for casual flyers, YouTubers, or just capturing a moody sunrise over the moors. It's wonderful. So now, some legal bits. Here's the thing. Even though it's under 250 grams, if your drone has a camera and it's not classed as a toy, you do need to register as a drone operator with the CAA, Civil Aviation Authority. Don't worry, there's no test. You just pay a small fee, you get your operator ID, and you just stick it somewhere visible on your drone, like giving it a little name badge, but in numbers. So how do you register? Well, you go to the website, the link will be in the description to the video. It's register-drones.caa.co.uk. You go over there and you click register as an operator. You fill in all your details, you pay the fee. It's currently somewhere between, everything nearly blew over then. It's currently somewhere around £10 to £11 for the year. You'll get a 9-digit operator ID. You can print it, you can write it, make a fancy label, whatever. Just make sure it's readable and visible on the outside of your drone. Simple as that. Now there is two parts, because you might have heard the flyer ID being mentioned as well. So the flyer ID, to get that is the theory test part of your registration. But there is good news. You don't need one for the Mini 4K, as long as you're just flying it for fun. If you're using it for commercial or paid work, then you're going to need your flyer ID as well. So yeah, unless you're flying over somebody's wedding and getting paid for it, you're off the hook. Now this could be the bit that you're here for the video for. Let's tackle the big one, remote ID. Now this is where people have started to panic, especially if they've been watching US YouTubers. So what is it? Remote ID is like a digital number plate for your drone. It broadcasts info like your drone's ID, location, altitude, and even where you're standing. It is designed so aviation authorities can track who's flying what and where. Now, over in the United States, remote ID is mandatory. Even small drones, they need to have either built in or use a bolt-on module. Now, those modules, they aren't cheap. They're around 80 to 150 pound. So I'm not sure what that is in dollars. Maybe just, you can do that bit yourself. So yeah, the modules are between 80 to 150. But here in the UK, the CAA has taken a more relaxed approach. There's no requirement for remote ID right now if you're flying recreationally. And that includes the DJI Mini 4K. Now you think, why are you just talking about the 4K? Primarily it's because that is the drone that I fly, and because at the moment the Mini 4K is probably one of the most popular drones, entry level, and that there is going at the minute. So you don't need a module, you don't need an app, and you don't need to broadcast your position to anyone yet. The CAA is keeping an eye on how remote ID works abroad. They've said they might phase it in down the line. That's even if they do. It's likely to start with larger drones, not the sub 250 gram models like the one that I'm talking about today. So we're talking 2026 at the earliest, maybe even 2028. And that's if they decide to do it at all. So if you're just flying your Mini 4K over a field, a reservoir, or the hills above Halifax or your local town, you're fine. You don't need remote ID. However, drone code, that still matters. Even though you're flying light, you still have to follow the drone code, the UK safety rules for drones. This is getting very windy up here. Here are the basics. You've got to keep below 120 metres or 400 foot. Stay at least 50 metres away from people and buildings not under your control. Never fly over crowds. Keep your drone in sight at all times, visual line of sight. And stay out of restricted zones near airports and prisons. Now, I would suggest if you're new to droning, or you're just getting into it or whatever, or maybe you haven't even heard of this app, but there's an app called Drone Assist, and that's where you can load up the map of where you are, and it shows you all the no-fly zones. It'll show all your local airfields and also any temporary restrictions that might be in place. There was one over Bradford earlier on in the week, I think, and that was because the King was visiting, so they shut the airspace down, understandably. So let's do a few Q&As. Now, these are questions that I've seen pop up in people's videos, or questions that have been asked to me directly. So number one, do I need insurance? No, not legally, but if you crash into something expensive, you'll wish that you had it, believe me. Number two, can I fly in public parks? Well, that all depends on your local councils. Some allow it, some ban all drones, so check before you go. When you get there, if there's some sort of limitation on drones, they usually have, the posters with the no drones allowed type thing. So just keep an eye out for those. Number three, can I fly at night? Yes, you can, as long as your drone has lights and you can still see it, visual line of sight. I could see my drone when I crashed. I could see the drone. I didn't see the top of the tree because it wasn't in leaf, and yeah. Number four, can I film for YouTube or social media? Yes, of course you can. It's personal use, it's fine. Just don't go snooping over someone's back garden. Respect people's privacy. So when my drone, Rona, when she comes back to me all fixed and healthy and wonderful again, I'll be taking her out for a flight around here, maybe near Ogden Water or the hills near Mixenden, who knows. We'll test how she handles in the wind and look at some of the extra features that are in the Mini 4K. So if you want to make sure you don't miss that, then hit that subscribe button and all will be good. So, conclusion. Operator ID. Yes, you need it. Flyer ID. Not unless you want to. Unless your drone's above 250 grams. Remote ID. Nope. Not in the UK. Yet. And for recreational flying, keep it simple. Follow the drone code. More importantly, enjoy it. So, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you've just picked up the Mini 4K and let me know where you're flying it. I hope that video kind of explained a little bit in sort of simple terms, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. So I'll leave the video there, and for now, my name's Jamie, I'm your Yorkshire Walker, and I'm out. Peace. Catch you on the next one.